Welcome to the System to Success show. On this show, we'll cover the best growth advice from top CEOs in North America and beyond. On each episode, your host, Jay Crutchfield, he's a former software engineer turned entrepreneur, created and maintained online marketing, online sales, and fulfillment systems for global brands. He offers non-traditional wisdom about business systems mastery, while his guests share the story of how they built their companies. Jay and his guests talk entrepreneurship, digital marketing, strategy, and business principles. But they also talk about what it means to be human with all the ups and downs, advances, and setbacks. And what he does is he takes his information and strategies that has helped catapult global brands and brings that to the small business owner to give them that advantage. Make sure to subscribe and follow for more of these business system mastery principles.
To today's episode of the System to Success show. I'm your host, Jay Crutchfield, and on today's episode, we're going to talk about how to make sure your customer service doesn't suck. Now, I know many of you have had the great and pleasurable experience of calling some of these major brands, like possibly your phone company or your cable company, and you call them up and you're hearing that fantastic music, elevator music, and you're just on hold. And like, you are number 65 in the queue. You will be on hold for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Like, how does that make you feel, right? You don't feel great, right? Or if you just purchase a product and you send an email to the support, right? And there's no response back. And you're thinking like, man, like, I just want you to deliver this product, or this is what you said you're going to deliver on this side. And like, how does it make you feel? It makes you feel like crap, right? But I know, this is a subject that not a whole lot of people will talk about. Yes, it's great that when we cover about generating leads, optimizing the cost per acquisition, for a client, optimizing that, that's all great. Making sure that you have the right headline that's gathering and pulling in, inspiring your prospective client to take action and book that session with you and become a client, right? But, not too many people are talking about like the afterwards, right? On the fulfillment side, like, what does it look like once they come into your world? And so what can you do? What can you do to make sure that client has that awesome experience after working with you, so that when things pop up, that they know that you're going to take care of it. They know that you're not going to run off on them, huh? That they know that you're going to be there with them, right there with them to the system on the journey, not just say that you will, but actually show up. So what's some things that you can do? The first thing is specifically for these coaches, us, and I won't say these because I'm in there, the coaches and consultants, right? You have some type of back end program, and maybe a leveraged type of program, meaning like a one-to-many, right? Like, what's the next step after someone enrolls into your program? Like, you don't want to leave the person hanging. So it should be something that's set up for them, that they know exactly what's coming next. And that's where utilizing technology really comes into play. So it may be setting them up powerfully for, like, what's the checklist that's coming for the program, right? What's that email? Okay, it may be signing that agreement. So that could be automatically sent out to them, right? Automated after they sign, after they make that purchase. It can be automatically sent out to them so that they know that next step is signing this agreement. Then after that, what's going to come next? Scheduling that onboarding call, that onboarding session, maybe filling out some more details for that client profile of specifically what are they looking to accomplish? What are the results they're looking to achieve? Okay, so you have those things down, right? And so you just put it in a sequence of steps. That's why super duper recommendation of ours. I was going to say super duper critical, but it's a recommendation of ours that you have it laid out of what the journey looks like after they become a client, because we want them to purchase, to buy more frequently. That's one of the ways that you can grow a business, is that client buys more frequently. And so we want to increase the frequency of them buying. And so with doing that, we want to make sure that they have a red carpet experience. So what can you do? You can put in those next steps for that. And even when someone contacts you, you can, there's so much systems, help desk system, ticketing systems that you can utilize, that when they send an email to your support, they automatically get a response, and you can share with them your SLA, your service level agreement, for like time frame in which you'll get back to them. So like that may be, within 24 hours, it may be within 2 business days, 3 business days, giving them the expectation so that they won't start to guess what's next. You can also start to providing more of training videos so that they know what's coming up next. There's some onboarding videos so that they know, okay, after I do this, here's the next step. Because when they start to get in the weeds, our clients start to get in the weeds, they may think like, okay, like what's the next step? It's challenging to see from where I am. So giving them the next steps of the journey, having it automated so that when they send an email to you, that they can have a response sent back to them automatically, that you don't manually need to email every single person back, or someone on your team emailing every single person back. But you have a time frame for them to actually have a queue and look at the queue to see what's the list of items that are coming in. You may be saying, okay, well, I'm not big enough to have that type of system. I would say you definitely are big enough, because how you do anything is how you do everything. So when you're systematic about how you go about accomplishing these things, it's going to be much more simple to delegate that out, even if you're the only person that's handling those requests. So you want to set up these systems, and I'm not saying it has to be elaborate, but at least put some things in place so that it makes it simple for you, so that once you enroll that client, you're not having to stop your marketing, stop producing the content, stop producing the emails, stop the outreach. You're not stopping those things just to go and do the fulfilling and those parts of the process, but that you put some pieces in place so that it's smooth for them. And I'm not saying it has to be elaborate, but at least map out the journey of your ideal pathway for them, and then start to putting things in place little by little, such that the journey is much more simple for them, right? And so the next person, the next people that come in on board, that it's better and better, that it gets better. It doesn't stay the same, 5 months down the line, a year down the line. You're enrolling people, numbers are looking great, but the churn is happening. Like, people aren't staying. They're requesting the refunds. Why? Because they don't feel like you're actually delivering that part. And part of that is like the customer's experience and how you provide the service to them. And so I would say, don't sleep on this. Don't skip this part of having that customer service down, because that's where your referrals can come in too. That's where those repeat buying in higher ticket items can come into place for those clients that are coming in, by you providing that service, customer service to them, right? All right. So make sure you provide that top-notch customer service. Now, our customer service isn't perfect either. Nobody's customer service is perfect, but we have things in place and systems in place to at least make the journey and make the expectation of what you're going to get, make it known. Make it known to people. Don't be like some services where I subscribed to, where I've purchased, where they didn't deliver at all, didn't set any expectation, didn't even respond. That's even worse. It didn't respond to the clients and to me. And then you see them on Better Business Bureau trying to respond to people. So you don't want to have to go that route. It's good to stay in communication with folks, reaching out to them, even having a process that's automated to do that as well. All right. So make sure that if your customer service isn't the most greatest, or even if it is in your eyes, make sure you assess it, you become aware of it, and see how it can be refined so that when people are going through your journey, that they have a top-notch experience, that those team members that you actually bring on, that they know what the process is as well too, so that it's documented, so they know how to continuously deliver that awesome customer service to your clients, so that you can get more people coming into your programs. You can get those clients being repeat buyers. All right. So hope you enjoyed this episode of the System to Success show. Make sure to subscribe and follow for more business systems marketing mastery principles. Look forward to seeing you on the next episode.